Hey guys, so I just finished my second run of Pocket Dimension. I wanted to do a quick rundown about the build up to this mode, how it actually played out, all the little controversies that happened in between. We're going to do a pros con list, how to fix the list, and final thoughts, and of course I'll show you my rewards on the final run through. So you're going to see me run through while I talk through my thoughts and feelings on this stuff. So hope you enjoy. Bye for now. Alright guys, so we're going to be doing our second run of Pocket Dimension, and I'm just going to quickly give my thoughts on this event, what was good, what was bad, how we can improve on it. I encourage you to go down to the comment section, let me know where I'm off base, where I'm on base. This mode did make me decide to do a certain video series that I can talk about near the end, and we'll get into it as we go, but for now let's just get this started. This should be a quick video because this should be a really quick run. My first run, I did not use this team. We're going to use this team now just to blast through this. Here we go. So let's start with the pros, because I want to start this video off positive, then we'll get a little negative, not too much, because I don't really like negativity, and then we're going to talk about how to improve it. So back to positivity, and final thoughts, and like where this mode made me kind of think I should start reaching out to. I'll go ahead and hit auto here. I'm not too worried about cooldowns in this event, as we'll get into. So the pros of this event is it gave us players a lot of time to prepare. This was already pulled up on MSFGG. We could see the enemies. We knew it was just a carbon copy of Dark Dimension 1. Oh my god, I'm already done the first node. Yeah, we knew it was a carbon copy. We knew the difficulties. We knew the rewards. We knew everything. We knew the characters that we could use for it as soon as the patch hit. That was good. Speaking of the characters we could use, point number 2. The character selection by Scopely was excellent. Let's just look at it real quick right here. We got Cersei, Omega Red, Miles, Shuri, we have Scarlet Spider here. All 5 of those can be usable in raids. Omega Red, really only a niche character for the boss, but those 4 are staples in the raid. Cersei, Miles, Scarlet, Shuri. We also had a lot of great war characters. We had Omega Red, Yondu's a great war character now. We had our Uncanny team. Misty's a good war defense character, and then we had a couple duds, as you're going to have. Multiple man is needed for Adam Warlock, so that's not the end of the world either. It's another good character. So their character selection was on point. The newer characters were obviously going to blow through the Year 1 characters of Dark Dimension 1, and I think they knew that going into it, so they knew that we weren't going to have to be built up to level 85 and Gear Tier 15 to get through this. And that was good. And that brings me to point number 3. This was the perfect difficulty for mid-game players. I've been looking through Reddit, keeping tabs on that, keeping track of like other people's chats, Discords, Twitch, everything, and the overwhelming feeling I'm getting is that this was a positive experience for mid-game players. Most of them got through it in 2 days. They were able to reach the last node, do a good hit on the last node, come in the next day, clean it up, and now they're going to have another 5 days to do their second run. That's perfect. And that leads me to point number 4. The in-game time was well done. This didn't take you 5 hours like it did for some people in tower mode, like me, even though I really enjoyed that time. It was the perfect quick get in, quick get out, you're done, you have fun, and you get great rewards. And that is point number 5 of the pros. The final point is the rewards were fantastic. The static rewards were fantastic. And the potential rewards you can get of those created teal pieces and those created orange pieces, there's a lot of value there. RNG dependent, but the potential for rewards was amazing. And now, the cons. So, the miscommunication in the blog post that said Commander level 65, not character level 65. I have a couple thoughts. Some you might agree with, some you might really disagree with, and really kind of dislike my perspective on it for, so I apologize in advance. There's no reason that miscommunication should have happened, so you're absolutely valid in being angry about it. But if you were going to bring characters who were not, at the very least, level 65, you were going to have a pretty bad experience here as it was. It's unfortunate. I hope it doesn't come off as rude or elitist. It's just, I think you'd probably get through the first 4 or 5 nodes, and then you'd be done. Maybe more, depending on your characters. I don't know. It's hard for me to put myself in those shoes, which is why, and I guess I'll say this here, I've decided to start a brand new account and redo that beginner player experience so that I could hit these events and come at you with more of a wider variety of knowledge. Because I say, like, well, if you weren't level 65 in your characters, how much did you really expect to get done anyway? So that's made me want to go over and kind of start a new account. So we're going to do that. And at the end of every Friday of the week, I'm going to give an update. It'll be a quick video with just what I've been working on, what the goals are, what I'm looking forward to, and stuff like that. So hopefully if you're a new player, you can come rock with me and we'll do that. But anyway, so the miscommunication, that did suck. I understand why players are upset about that. I don't think you would have got super far, but you have absolutely every single right to feel the way you feel. And maybe if you only got the first node or first 2 nodes, I mean, that's still like 300k gold, a bunch of training materials, still good rewards, so I get it. And that leads me to point number 2 on the cons, which was the 5-man mandatory team. I understand that's the case right now in Dark Dimension 5. That wasn't the case in Dark Dimension 2. That wasn't the case in Dark Dimension 3. We were able to go in with like 1 character or 2 characters, and I think that would have been a really good gesture, because say you only had a big enough Cersei to get in. I think Cersei probably could have soloed the first half of this if she was like gear tier 14, level 75. I mean, my Yondu was obviously a lot bigger at 7 red star, gear tier 15, and he basically soloed all the way to node 8, and then Shuri came in to help, and then he basically soloed the rest of the game mode. So I think the 5-man mandatory team was a mistake, and they could revisit that and maybe drop it down to 2 or 3, especially if they're going to have requirements like levels. I think that'll go a long way. We got to get going. We're going to get through this mode before I can finish my list here. Number 3 on the cons, the rewards. Are they too good to miss out on? Like, we're talking completed teal pieces, completed orange pieces, a bunch of catalysts, a bunch of gear, and 150 gold promos. That is an insane amount of promos. That is arena changing. That is account changing in the short term. So the idea that not everyone is going to be able to get this done kind of sucks, and it really does exasperate the difference between like not launch players, but like current endgame players and future endgame players. And although everything kind of evens out in the wash eventually with the power creep, I think these rewards are really too good to miss out on. So I'd be interested if there's a way to give people an opportunity to recapture these rewards at a later date. RNG Rewards, my personal gripe, this is number 4. RNG Rewards, I got 2 Mystic armor pieces, and that sucks. The only 2 characters on my roster that I could use that on are Hela and Surfer. And I have no interest in bringing either in the Dark Dimension 5, so that doesn't help me at all. It's an armor piece, so it's not even like, oh, at least I can have 1 piece on Surfer, and it'll increase his damage for war, or something like that. No, it's a completely useless piece. It felt bad to get it, though I didn't spend a lot of time to get it. I kind of just had my fun going through it with Yondu, so I don't know how much I could really complain about that. But yeah, RNG never feels great. We'll talk about how to improve that later. Maybe you like my idea, maybe you laugh at me, I don't know. And then, number 5, con. This was a terrible, terrible, terrible character release method. Now, I know they had the training milestones before it that let you unlock the character, and then I think there was, I don't know, it's 55 or 45. We're about to see in a couple minutes here what the shards are on the second run. That limit on the shards for not spending money made me not buy Scarlet Spider, or maybe not buy Spider-Punk's second offer, actually. Now, before you be like, what's the correlation there? I won't get Scarlet Spider to 6 yellow star, even though I bought both of his $50 offers. So why do I want to get Spider-Punk to 6 yellow stars if they're a legendary unlock, which is the only reason why I would want to match their star levels? Then it's not going to jive, right? So I don't like the shard amount that was given. Everything else was pretty great, but the shard amount was really bad, and that made the character release aspect of this. It doesn't feel like a character release. It feels like a resource event, which, I mean, I'd love the sound of that. That's perfectly fine. But as a character release, no. And it's too easy. This is boring for endgame players. This is the opposite of Tower Bow. The rewards are good. The thought process behind it for endgame players is non-existent. It is too easy. It's boring. I'm literally playing this right now while I'm talking to you, reading off my notepad, trying to not sound stupid. I'm more focused on communicating than what's here. I have no idea what my cooldowns are at. I have no idea what's going on. This is too easy. I'm bored. I'm bored, and I'm getting probably the best rewards I've gotten in the game for a long time. That's the cons. Okay, so I listed more cons than pros. I think the pros outweighed the cons already, but let's talk about how we could improve those cons. For the miscommunication, I'll start at the beginning. So con number 1 is miscommunication. It is what it is. There's going to be miscommunications. Absolutely, we should have tried to find it earlier and make sure this didn't happen during the event that people found this out. And I think some of that falls on content creators like me. I'm not trying to throw shade at anyone. This is especially on me, because I read this very particularly, and I personally immediately knew they meant character level.
No one has stopped for 1 second to ask why.
I knew they meant.
You've got to do better.
The commander level, like, I don't even think there's ever been something gated by that. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I innately knew that, and I should have raised a red flag there and reached out to somebody. I know some of the big content creators and envoys, and so I take some responsibility there, because that's something we all could have figured out beforehand. So how to improve that? Us content creators got to be a bit more diligent when we're reading through these blogs and making sure that events are going to run the way they should, even though it's not our job. It's just something that we could absolutely help out on. With that said, number 2 was the 5-person mandatory team issue. Let any amount of team members walk in there. Like I was saying, one Cersei probably could have went in there and done half of this whole event on her own at gear tier 14, level 75. And I think that's fine. If people are only building their arena team because they're that new in the game and they can't spread the resources out, I think that's cool. I don't think they should be punished for taking that approach to the game, because that's a good approach. And that is an approach that I personally got from a great content creator coming up, and it really helped propel me in this game. I was listening to Valley Flying, and Valley Flying said, like, hey, work your raid teams, work your arena teams. I took that to heart. I only maxed out those characters until I have those characters maxed out, and it's done me wonders. It's been great. Valley Flying's a great guy. Obviously, check out his channel. He doesn't need a plug from me, but he's just awesome. So if someone is only able to personally level, say, the raid characters, maybe they had some web warriors, and then their arena, so they only had Cersei. So they'd have those 3 characters, right? They'd have, Cersei, Miles, and Scarlet. Well, have those 3 characters. Let them go in with just those 3 characters. Let them get as far as they can. Don't lock them behind 5. So I think that'd be a really easy, good fix there, because it's just the same coding they have for Dark Dimension 3. So not that big a deal. Are the rewards too good to miss out on? And then we're talking about number 3 now on the cons. Yeah, and I think the easiest solution is just when the next Pocket Dimension reopens, have this one open alongside it. Now here's the thing. Have the timers share. So like if I go in here and I can't beat it with these characters and I die, then I can't use whatever overlapping characters there are for the next Pocket Dimension. And that way, it'll end up being like a huge event. Like say we get 6 Pocket Dimensions deep, and somebody has to do like all 6 of them from the beginning. So it'll be a big time sink for them over those 7 days, but the rewards will be so worth it for them. It'll be a huge boost to their roster. I think that'd be cool, or at least have some kind of way to recoup some of these resources they may not have been able to take advantage of. Okay, my personal RNG gripe on the rewards. Drop the completed pieces, so drop those 5 orange, those 3 teal pieces, and just redistribute a static amount of all the gear, so all skill, all mystic, all bio, like break it down. Obviously, instead of having, I think it's 18 pieces of the minis, have, what is it, like 3 of each or whatever it would be to add up to the 5 origin traits, and just give us that, add that to the rewards. Obviously, don't take anything away. And I think that'd be great. Or also, maybe don't. I don't know. The game is RNG based. We all know that. Maybe it's just something I should stop crying about, because I've played this game for so long, I should know better. And that's probably what it is. I should just stop crying about it. So how to fix that? I guess don't. Because it feels great when you get the pieces, and sure, it feels bad when you don't, but that's going to be true of everything in this game. Number 5, terrible character release method. So how to fix this? Maybe just don't do this as a character release method. Just have it as a resource release method. I think that was really fun. Oh, we're on the last node. Let's see if we one-shot this without even looking at it. Or add those Resolute orbs to each node. So there was orbs that had Scarlet Spider in them, but I think you can only get them through purchases. And that's kind of weird. I didn't personally like that. Yeah. Or at the very least, have all the character shards be on the first run, not on the second run, because I think I'm only going to get character shards after doing this timed run. And that kind of feels bad for like earlier mid-game players who work all the way through the week just to beat it the first time, as opposed to end-game players who just smack this down in the first 2 days, first 26 hours or whatever it's going to be. Have it all in the first run so that the goal of the character shards is there. I think that'd be at least somewhat of a nice balance. Yeah, what's next here? Terrible. It doesn't mean this isn't a great event for the community. It doesn't mean people didn't love it. I loved it. Definitely don't dump this as an idea. I think there's lots of room to grow, just like with Tower. There's lots of room for growth here, and I think it could be great. And here's one that's going to be a little controversial. This is only for endgame players like myself. Con number 6. This was too easy. It was boring. We're on the last 5 enemies here. We're about to walk through it. Add a 3rd run. So if I'm able to beat this in the first 24 hours, add a 3rd run where the enemies are juiced up. And I mean juiced up like Tower levels 70 to 75 juiced up. And have the end rewards for that be nothing game resource related. Only cosmetic, only bragging rights. Have it be a costume, have it be a border. Just something like that, so that like we have something fun to work through on the event, and then make that available to other people at a later date. Anyway, that's it. That's my pros, that's my cons, that's my how to improve. Let's see what we got here. The 150 gold promos is fantastic. We got a couple orange pieces. I don't know what all those are off the top of my head. So we did get 56 shards, as you see. 126. I had him exactly at 5 stars before the event. This is the maximum shards you can get without shelling out more money. That's really low for character release. Hopefully they don't continue that trend. Let's see our teal gears. Oh no, I got another armor piece. That's 3 mystic armor pieces I now have. And I only have 2 characters I can put it on. Oh my god. Oh my god, that feels so bad. Okay, health. I got a damage piece for mutants. That's cool. That'll go on either Jubilee or Phoenix for legendary. Cool. So that's one great piece. That's the same piece I just looked at. Then the health or resist piece. Okay, cool. Doc Ock, Shuri. They're going to be getting pieces. So that's cool. 2 out of 3. Not bad. Better than yesterday where I only got 1 out of 3 good pieces. Let's see the teal catalysts we got. I know those are broken up too. I got all resist pieces. That's kind of weird. Oh no, I got armor here too. I don't know how this was divided, but as you see, I didn't get any damage. So it looks like I got a bunch of armor again. Oh, armor cats are the worst. Just the worst. Anyway, I'm not going to end this video on negativity. Let's end this on positivity. We just got a bunch of free stuff for like, I don't know. Let's see how long it took me. Like 10 minutes? 10 minutes of just talking into the wind. Where am I at here? Load up, BlueStacks. You got this. 15 minutes of just talking, shooting the breeze with you guys. This was a fun video. I hope maybe some of my suggestions or gripes or pros that I thought with this mode kind of mesh with you guys. Let me know in the comments below. Until then, guys, take care, have fun, and I'll see you next time. Peace.